Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Percy! So, if you follow me on Instagram, I am back with a new technique to teach you guys that I've kind of figured out for myself. And, you know, I'm not one to like hold secrets back or how I do my certain styles and everything. And this was a major fail because her face was all like bleh. But here's the second one, new and improved. And we got Ariel, Snow White, Punzi, Cinderella, Tiana, Jasmine, and then today I'm going to teach you how I do my style, this particular style, this series that I'm doing on Merida. Of course you can't really see her right now just because she's a sketch. And that what's really cool about the series that I'm so proud of, the only references I was using was particular just to make sure I knew what direction the bangs on certain princesses were going and how they styled their hair, especially Jasmine. I was just like, I need help, and Tiana, I was like, I don't know how to style their hair and everything. So that's the only references I've been using. It's just generic like pictures of the princesses, so I did do their hair correctly, especially Ariel. But yeah, these are all original drawings of mine. But today I'm gonna walk you through that style just so you have a better understanding. And yes, I will finish all of the princesses. So let's get started with Merida. Tantone paper by Strathmore. I get it from Michaels. So I'm going to go through my supplies first before I keep going on. Now, some of you might not have these and some of you might, okay? But to originally color in the black and white, I use my Copic markers. Only 3 particular Copic markers that I use. And of course, it is my, if you've seen my other shading with Copic markers tutorial, then you might recognize some of these, but the Copic markers are C1, C3, and C5. So I use these original to shade like the upper body until the dress starts turning into color. Now, other than the Copic markers, before I use my Copic markers, of course, I line everything in with my Prismacolor pen, and it's a tip that's 0-1. That's the tip size, and then I go in to make the lines a little bit more thicker and sturdier. I use a tip B. Then of course, in the end, I use my Jelly Roll white gel pen. Now, I will say, you might go to Michaels or Hobby Lobby and you might see some really fancy looking white gel pens compared to these Jelly Roll gel pens. Let me tell you right now, those white gel pens are sham. Don't buy them, buy Jelly Roll, okay? This is the way to go. This white gel pen, I don't swear by any other kind of brand of white gel pen or gel pens in general, because I did buy a bunch of Jelly Roll gel pens just for extra accent color and everything. But yes, this is the way to go. This white gel pen right here. That's what I use for all my highlights and sparkles and everything on the Tantone paper. Okay, last but not least, my other source that I use on these wonderful drawings are my Prismacolor pencils. Here's my whole box of colored pencils and everything. Alright, first thing I do is I go in with my 0-1 pen, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to line everything on Merida. Everything has to be lined and everything. Alrighty, as you can see, I went ahead and I inked her in and everything. And once again, I use these 2 Prismacolored pens right here, size B and 0-1. I'm gonna do a time lapse on this because I know you guys like to see like Copic markers and everything. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and shade to right about here. After I have shaded with my Copic markers, that's when I would go in. Before I went in with my gel pen, I would take a white colored pencil. In this case is my white colored Prismacolor pencil. So I'm going to go in and just highlight where I think, like shading wise, where the highlights would be. As in where the sun and the light is hitting her. I would go in with my white gel pen, and that's when I would highlight more where the light is hitting shading wise and everything. And of course, as you realize, I did leave her eyes open just because they need to be a spot on blank white, just because they need to stand out the most. Alright, now that I have mostly all my black and white done, which I pretty much have, I've got all my highlights, my shading with my Copic markers and everything. That's when I would go in and I pick like the spot where I want to like make the transformation happen, as in color. So I do know that Merida has a very like sea green, dark sea green dress or something like that. So for right now, I'm just going to use my green pencil and I want to think about where the transformation is taking place. And I also want to keep in mind like where the folds of the dress are. So I see I have a fold right here in my dark space right here. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that piece down. But then again, I have this fold right here. So I'm just making it like it's coming up, like transforming, coming upward and going up towards the black and white. So it's just like gradually growing on her. So I have a fold here, and then I have a fold here, and then I have a fold over here and here. So it just looks like crazy like waves almost. And then I want to come over here. See, I have a fold here coming over here, and then I have a fold here, and make this a bit of a fold just to give me a good like guideline where I need to go ahead and color in. So from this point down would be color. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna color that in. Alright, last step in this whole process is to go on the top of where my colors are transforming the black and white and just sparkle the heck out of it. So here we go. Well, there you go guys, there's my new whole process on this cool theme that I've come up with. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna try my best to pick everything up back up on Saturdays. I can almost guarantee you that a tutorial will be out every Saturday now, just because I can. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful week. Bye!